Excellent. We're live. I just got the pointing of the finger. You're live.
How about that 4th of July show?
The 4th of July show was
How about that?
fantastic. Just fantastic.
It was
Thank
a while
you.
back, but we remember.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the 13th quarantine concert live from the Fur Peace Station. Tonight's concert, per usual, is a free live stream.
FREE.
That's right. You guys have been tirelessly working to make these happen. Well, since this is the 13th one, for 13 weeks, lucky 13. A special shout out to our amazing crew, Myron, Andy, Izzy, John, everybody that's been a part of this, making it happen.
Where's John?
He's going to sneak in here in a minute.
Let's sneak in.
Yeah. So tonight's concert is sponsored by Yorma's Choice CBD products, the only choice when it comes to CBD that works. What are you holding up there, Yorma?
I'm holding up Yorma's Choice CBD Oil Muscle Cream.
We talked about this last week. This is different than the Muscle Bomb. The Muscle Bomb, 1,000 milligram, which also comes in a 500, is a slicker consistency. Works fantastic. Why the muscle cream now? I actually got turned on to it when we were just sampling some of the other products that we could and possibly would take on in our Yorma's Choice line. And it was 95 degrees when I tried it, and I love the way that it went on.
Right.
And we've been paddle boarding, and this has been really great to put on before I try not to be slick at all when I'm on my board because Yorma actually, yeah, thank you. Yorma purchased paddle boards for himself and me and Izzy. And I have to say, well, first of all, Yorma's all ate up with it.
Ate up with it.
These boards are inflatable boards, and we got turned on to them by another gal that was on the lake, and we just loved these things. We had been renting ours. It's different. They're awesome. These are Nixie boards. I highly recommend them. We're actually going to do something for the Nixie blog, I think.
Yeah.
But they're the way you stand on them is different. The way you feel the waves underneath, it's stable.
Well, they weigh less than 20 pounds, so if you have a
Yeah.
a glass board or something like that, it's going to be heavier. It's a little different, but
So the pad that you stand on is thick like a yoga mat, but I use the CBD wherever I'm hurting, so what I don't want is to go sliding off my board.
right, you don't want to marinate the yoga mat in CBD oil.
So that's why we like the muscle cream.
Indeed.
So if you purchase one of these 1,000 milligram muscle creams, I believe this week we're going to be offering a 500 milligram muscle bomb, a sample with the cream. I don't have any out. They're so small you wouldn't be able to see it.
How can you lose?
Yeah. And I think you guys were wearing them last week, but we're also offering these great Fur Peace Ranch masks. This one is all wrapped up because we want to, oh, there you go, Jack. Model it.
Right, and I was wearing mine before I got on stage, okay?
I know. So they come in these little sealed very nice, Jack, very nice. 3-ply with a filter. They have adjustable straps with a little toggle in back. They are super comfortable. I'm part of a network of mask makers. Before my mom got sick and went into the nursing home, she was like the master mask maker and had me and my sister, doing the putting together. I was the scissor cutter. It's the only thing they'd let me do, and they didn't like that.
Is that like Fiddler on the Roof? Mask maker, make me a mask?
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. It's an amazing group of,
It is. I'm just being silly.
and I'm going to say, a lot of women. Locally, we had one group that did 1,000 masks, surgical masks, because in the beginning, New York was getting everything, and so we were making them and helping send them. Anyways, my mom got sick, so Ginger and I kind of curtailed what we could actually do. So I started purchasing masks from other mask makers. as you know, Yorma, I have a pile of probably 25 different masks.
As I do know, yes.
I just got 2 really great ones from Jenny in Chicago. Jenny, they're gorgeous, thank you. But our masks are super comfortable. And with as hot as it's
They
been,
are.
I've purchased some. I purchased one the other day that was so thick, I realized if we still have to wear masks in the winter, I'll wear this one in the winter because it's pretty warm. So we hope that you take advantage of that. And on sale are the Fur Peace Ranch gig bags in brown only.
Ooh.
It's a great summer color.
I've got a gray one. I don't have a brown one. I'm have to get one.
There's a little pocket inside to put your picks and your strings or your whatever. So all those things are online. Thank you so much for supporting the specials that we've had. Thank you so much to the very first person that wanted to know how they could give a tip to the crew. We were just doing these streams, didn't really have any plans on doing a tip jar, but then we got multiple requests. So coming across the screen, if not now, but throughout the show, you'll see 2 options to donate to the crew that I mentioned through PayPal or Venmo, and we want to thank everyone for your donations. Let's see, what else? Oh, that poster.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure there's going to be any left by the time this show airs because we announced it last week on the 4th. But this is a companion poster. It says Cure for the Quarantine Blues, I think. Does it on that banner?
It does. I don't have my glasses on, but it's got a bunch of pretty
Yes, it
stuff.
does.
So it's a companion.
Curing the quarantine. Yes, that's what it says.
So for those of you that wanted a quarantine t-shirt, it's coming, but there's no way we can do a t-shirt with all the quarantine shows on it like tour dates would have until our quarantine shows are over. And right now, we're going week to week. We just don't know. So when the quarantine shows are over, you will have your t-shirt. In the interim, you have a beautiful companion poster to the 50th anniversary poster. Both of them make them an even nicer collectible piece. If we have any more after Jack goes home, they will be signed by the artist. So everybody, don't panic if you get online and they're all gone. We'll be able to take care of you. So, per usual, our show runs mostly with music, but there may be a question or two, and nobody has the set list. I have the set list. You guys have a set list. You guys are coming out of the stable kicking.
Don't give it away.
Oh, I think the Berenson brothers are going to be weeping. Can I just say that? And maybe Paul Karp. So thank you, Jack. Thank you, Yorma. Thank you, everyone who is supporting the quarantine shows. Thank you for supporting what we do here at Fur Peace. And I give you Yorma and Jack.
I just need to say one more thing about this mask before we move on. I've got a big fat head, and so most of these masks are so tight that it turns my ears into elephant ears or dive brakes on a Second World War plane.
Like these?
So, yeah, pretty much. But these don't do that. Very comfy. Enough said. Okay, so. Well, flowers today, blooming by the pathway, lining the edge of tomorrow's grave. Bright shining way, living in the shadows, trying to be the master of tomorrow's slave. Down in the mine, circle round a diamond, serpent of your expectations, sleeps a nervous dream, circle so fine, like a velvet palace, walls away the passing hours not being what he seen. Well, that's it comes up like firefly, out he moves to the forest floor. We'll send you marks a piece of time, leave behind the lonely mine and a diamond gun on the floor. Well, we cannot stay by the crystal mountain. Serpent of dreams left his shadow there. Diamond remains brain in its cavern. No one left to care. Serpent's friends come and gone. Down the hill they're moving on to the lakes and forests of the dale. We'll dream on tomorrow's rise, bring them all the bluest skies, freeze the lonesome banshee in its will. Well, flowers today, blooming by the pathway, lining the edge of tomorrow's grave. Bright shining way, living in the shadows, trying to be the master of tomorrow's slave, trying to be the master of tomorrow's slave. Thank you. All righty. Oh, cool. All right. Well, look, Jack,
Yeah,
I'm taking my finger picks off,
yeah, I see that.
and I'm putting
this
it on,
mean-
so just so I can find them. If I can't find my picks, the ones I want are on top of the CBD balm.
That's where they are.
Muscle cream, sorry.
I can't wait to try that, because I use,
Why don't you try some right
balm.
now?
no, not right this second. After the set. Of course, the time to do it would have been before the set, but you know, hey,
You know, you could have a combination muscle cream and finger ease to take the squeaky sound off your frets. Ah, never mind.
well,
Yeah, okay.
that might be a bit messy.
It might be.
You'll have to put up with squeaky sound.
Listen,
See,
you know,
I can only hear the squeaky sound when I get my
Yeah,
hearing
yes, right.
enhancers in.
yes, well, here's the deal, you know, as some of our audience that's sort of like our, more or less, we're more or less in the same age bracket, as the high end drops off with our hearing, you can't hear it anyway, so who cares? Alrighty,
Alrighty? All right.
so I mentioned, I played this song by myself, I don't know, some weeks ago, something like that. You probably don't remember, because you just never pay attention to me anyway.
Yeah.
But do you remember when I finished writing this song? I'll give you a hint. It was like on one of the last airplane tours.
Really? So when you wrote this song?
Yes,
where you
when I
wrote-
polished it off. I'd started when I finished it off.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you remember that on one of the very last airplane tours, we stayed at some high-rise hotel on the west side of Manhattan. I don't remember where it was. It had a swimming pool on the roof. Ooh, swimming
Yes,
pool on the
I-
roof.
no, and, yes.
Anyway.
It wasn't, yeah, it wasn't a Hilton, it was some odd.
Some odd thing,
some
anyway.
odd thing that
So I
kept-
finished it up there. Stephen Stills gave me some tips about not picking so hard so that the guitar sounded more resonant. And Bonnie Raitt stopped by with her dog. I showed it to her, and her dog ate one of my sneakers. How about that?
There's a connection there somewhere,
Not really.
yeah.
It's kind of like Brownian movement. It's utterly and completely random. Anyway, ready?
See, I could tell these folks here,
Yes.
when you play it with a flat pick, that reminds me of playing your little what was it, Mustang you had? What was that?
It was no. It was a Music Master. The
Music
Mustang's a
Master
two pickup
three-quarter
one.
neck. Precisely, and
Yeah.
that's what we were playing when I was 14 and a half and he was 17. We were playing that Buddy Holly kind of stuff.
Pretty, 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 pretty Peggy Sue.
Exactly.
Right. All right. Enough idle badinage. takes a long time to be free. Why won't you bear with me? Don't wanna live my life away without you. That kind of living I just won't do. Well, there's been too much wasted time feeling blue in the morning when we ride. That sparkle in your eyes reminds me I'm living just for you. Don't wanna live my life away without you. That kind of living I just won't do. Well, there's been too much wasted time feeling blue in the morning when we ride. That sparkle in your eyes reminds me that I'm living just for you. Well, in the morning when we ride, that sparkle in your eyes reminds me that I'm living just for you. Yikes. Yikes. Well, now we got a real yikes coming up. Uh-oh. So I don't know if this is on camera or not. I've been working pretty much without notes when I've been doing this solo. But with Jack on board, I just want to be as precise as I know he requires of me, because he's a fussy fella. And so I'm going to put these picks on, and we are going to do a song. To be honest with you, I honestly cannot remember ever having done this song live. I'm not saying we didn't do it, but I just don't remember.
Considering what went into the arrangement when I started listening to this again, you know, it reminds me of the Chateau era of playing, but I don't think
Yes.
we ever broke it out in that. I know
No.
we might have tried it a couple of times.
Maybe, I don't know. What do I know? Let me check this tuning here. Yeah, so, and it's funny stuff because, you know, I have a lot of, you know, when you start dredging stuff out of the hinterlands of your memory. I remember when I wrote the lyrics in the book, there's a blank line because I just couldn't figure out what the heck I was saying. You know, I was saying a little more clear than I used to. I don't know. You think I would have like written it down somewhere or something. Maybe there'd be like an original copy of the lyrics. Anyway, so yeah, thanks to my buddies out there. You know, Mike Scotolero has been spearheading a lot of this stuff, helping me with lyrics that without somebody with a finer ear than mine would probably never get to see the light of day. But anyway, so yeah, so you start listening to stuff and you realize how interesting it is when you see how you thought, how one thought back then. Because I would never write a song like this today because I don't think like that anymore.
I'm just saying, from my perspective, when I started listening to it, you know, it was on the tip of my fingers. I was hoping that my muscle memory and my fingers would figure it out. And
Good
once
luck.
I figured out the positions that I played it on the bass, then it came back.
Right, sort of, yeah.
But it's kind of like touch typing, you know, looking up the sky.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Didn't you actually have one of our students? Didn't Mr. Karp?
Well, you know, here's something interesting also. You know, I've had this discussion actually on this stage about this before. I'm not fond of outtakes, but every now and then one comes up roses for you. So Carp's got a bunch of these things that are just like basic tracks, or that it's like, where'd this stuff come from? Who knows? You know. But anyhow, so yeah, yeah. Thanks, Paul. Thanks you very much, Paul.
All right.
Kick it off, Pete. That's what I'm talking about. Makes me feel like dancing, Jack. We're rolling down the highway, living in the spring. Raining somewhere down the road, that don't mean a thing. If I knew where I was coming from or going to, I might make you happy, little girl, on living here with you. I'll be gone before the dawn comes your way. That I ain't got time to stay here with you. Well, when I get to Washington, take you by the hand, walking through the streets of your fair city like living in another land. Up and down and all around, everywhere you go. What tomorrow's gonna bring to me, I guess I will never know. Then I'm gone, for the dawn I come your way. I'll be gone, 'cause I ain't got time to stay here with you. Keep rolling down the highway. Skies ahead don't look so gray. Don't look back till I get home. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't let it rain sorrow down on me till I beg. Well, maybe one day as I'm moving, I might find an end. Coming across the desert, maybe come around the bend. Maybe while I'm at the seashore, it might come to me. I'll go down for the last time, Lord, just wait and see. If I'll be there with you till the dawn that comes your way. You make me feel so new. You know I'm here to stay, here with you. So rolling down the highway, living in the spring, raining somewhere down the road, don't mean a thing. Now I know just where I've been and where I'm going to. I won't go there with another empty-handed you. I'll be there with you, for the dawn that comes your way. Make me feel so new. You know I'm here to stay. Yikes. Lord have mercy.
Okay. Would you like a question?
All right.
Heck yeah.
What is the meaning? This came from, hold on.
Oh, this is gonna be deep already, I can tell.
Susan Demma, I think is how she pronounces her last name,
Okay.
Demma. What are the origins or meaning of hopcorv?
Oh, Hopcorv, the old Hopcorv. Well, so
It's a weird name.
No, not really, not if you speak Swedish. Hopkorv Korv is a hot dog.
And the
Hop,
ones,
not totally unlike English, means hop, jumping sausage, jumping hot Korv. So when Jack and I got involved in the speed skating thing, I spent some time in a little town up near the Arctic Circle in Sweden called Strömsund. Matter of fact, I just recently, one of my friends over there sent me the diploma I got for finishing the 30-mile, 50-kilometer lake race on the Strömsvaterdal. It doesn't freeze anymore, so they don't do it. Anyway, I got the damn thing. In any case, yeah. So we had this friend, Håkan Sonnemo. He's one of the speed skaters there. And he had there's a meet for the elite guys. He was one of the elite guys. I was what they call a motion skater, an exercise skater. Anyway, so Håkan does this thing, and he finished his race, whatever. I forget what his time was, and he changed back into his street clothes, and his girlfriend Monica. Monica was this beautiful blonde girl that used incredible quantities of rub all the time. You guys out in the city know what rub is? It's that stuff you get a bunch of, like, you know what I'm talking about. You know. Anyway, Myra knows what I'm talking about. Anyhow, so this beautiful, anyway, let's not think about that. She gave him this incredible cable knit sweater. And he put it on after the race. We walked across the street from the rink to Auntie's Korv Bar. Auntie's Korv Bar was like a dirty water dog stand in New York, except instead of Sabrett's, it was Auntie's. So, and he bought this hot dog, and he held this hot dog in his hand, and he took the thing of mustard, they have really good mustard over there, and he flipped it over, and he did this incredibly lovely design, this rich design on top of the hot dog. And as he squeezed this hot dog to put it into his mouth and eat it, it ejected itself from the bun and landed on the front of this white cable knit sweater. And he said, at this moment, Jävla Hopkorv, which basically means damned or darned. The Swedish swearing is not quite as creative as English swearing. Jumping sausage. So anyway, Hopkorv, yeah. How about that?
Well, what I really like is your memory, because like you can't find your keys when you put them down.
I have
but
no
that
idea.
story.
It's amazing. I haven't heard this story in years, you know, and I was.
And in detail to the blonde with the
I'm
snuff and
impressed.
all of it, Jorma.
Yeah.
I find you amazing.
Yeah, Monica with a
on
wad
all
like a
levels.
baseball player. It doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't.
No, so I know we want to get to this, but
Yes.
funny names, coming up with funny names
There
for
you go.
things, and where you find inspiration.
Well, in our defense, I consider the 60s lasted pretty much into the mid-70s. In our defense, it was the 60s. That's all I
Okay.
can say.
And part of that
Okay.
deal was to not take oneself so seriously like others, where
Like some we could
you know,
mention.
the naming the album and how it has to be so significant and whatnot, and we sort of turned to the other
Yes.
direction for that one.
Well, how about
An album named as if it was etched in crystal.
Okay,
pardon?
so first pull up, then pull down.
Well, that's easy.
Oh,
Tortoise
everybody. Well, I
See,
didn't
but you're a
realize when I
girl.
first
I mean,
met
but
you.
I mean, how many?
I literally was in a stall and turned around. It's getting a little graphic. Sorry, everybody. TMI.
Well,
and
you-
went to pull the toilet seat cover, and it
Yeah.
said,
And it said?
first pull up, then pull down.
Correct.
And I thought, there's no way.
Way,
Yes.
way.
We're geniuses, Jack. Anyhow, I don't know what to say.
I mean, it's like the band Toto, you know? See,
I think I might have actually, something, because we cut that album at the Chateau. I can't believe that the Chateau, with the limited amenities it had, actually had toilet seat covers, but I think we might have seen it there.
I'd be shocked if they did back then.
Right.
I can imagine. I mean, it would have been ripped off the wall in no time at all. I don't know what they would have been used for, but something in the drug world.
Anyhow. Well, with that in mind,
So,
just see whining boy. Lord, I don't deny my name. Just see whining boy. Well, don't deny my name. I said, not my name. Whining boy, now don't deny my name. Can pick it up and shake it like sweet Stephen Chain. Whining boy, Lord, I don't deny my name. Mama, mama, we'll take a look at sis. Mama, mama, take a look at sis, I said. Little sis. Mama, mama, take a look at sis. She's out there on that levee doing that double twist. Whining boy, Lord, I don't deny my name. Sister, sister, she's a dirty little sound. Little sister, dirty little sound. I said, little sound. Little sister, dirty little sound. She wanna be a bad girl, but she just don't know how. Whining boy, I don't deny my name. Spider, spider, climbing up that wall. Spider, spider, climbing up that wall. Up that wall. Little spider climbing up that wall, wanna get up to the top just to have her ashes haul. Whining boy, I don't deny my name. Just see it, whining boy, and Lord, I don't deny my name. Whining boy, don't deny my name. I said, not mine. Whining boy, don't deny my name. Can pick it up and shake it like sweet Stephen Chain. Just see, whining boy, don't deny my name. Yikes.
You know, people have asked me before influences with songs like that, you know.
Uh-huh.
And Jolie Roll Morton was a huge influence on me for playing the bass with his left hand, what he could do with that left hand, and as it would cross over into the middle range of the piano. But it's not the notes necessarily that I was influenced by him as much as that feeling of way that he could settle down the music and make it kind of lilt with that left hand on there while he's playing this incredible melody stuff with the right.
He was, there's only one way to put it, he was really badass.
Yeah. And so, where Yorm have gotten a lot of his inspiration from other guitar players, as a bass player, I got a lot of my inspiration from piano players.
Yeah, sure.
You know, Amos Milburn, you know, Champion Jack Dupree, that thing in that left hand area.
Right. Good stuff, man. Don't forget any of that, okay?
All right.
All right.
So,
Well, I used to think, wherever I wandered, I never would ever come to. That's all gone now. Well, I don't worry. Future's for me and my friend. I don't know. Well, 'cause living is with us until it's gone. Once it has left us, leavers don't know. I'm still alive now. Well, I don't worry when I go down. Don't let me go slow. Well, if love is a word that no one could follow, and hate was a message that was wrote in the air, rather be lost now, we'll follow nothing been reading and thinking, unable to get. Well, I used to think, wherever I wandered, I never would ever come to woe. That's all gone now. Well, I don't worry when I go down. Don't let me go slow. Hey, thank you very much. I wrote that one about my buddy Billy Dean Andrews, was the first person back then that I knew that died of a drug overdose. And I was just thinking, I remember he used to have this little red Nash Metropolitan, and we've always noticed that his little car stayed parked in front of his abandoned house for about a month after he passed away. Then they towed it away. Cool. Well, not cool, as the case may be. Oh yeah. All righty here. Okay, let me go to the yeah. Don't go away, Jack.
Okay.
We're definitely. I gotta stack these things up because the light's shining through them. And it just cocks everything all up. Okay. So, what to say about this next song, Mr. Cassidy?
Well, we did revisit it.
Yes, we did revisit it. Let me revisit my tuning before we plunge into this thing here.
You know, when you make an album, there's stuff you make on an album in that intensity of making the album that doesn't always right away translate to stage. And so we haven't played this song a lot, particularly later.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one of the things that I think is interesting about a lot of the stuff that we recorded is because, you know, for the most part, you know, we did stuff as a trio after Papa John wasn't in the band anymore, and And so it'd either be like you, me, Sammy, or you, me, and Steeler. And later on, we had Nikki and some other people that we played with that did stuff, but basically it was a trio. And so you do all this stuff in the studio, and it's very difficult to replicate it in person because in the studio, you've got like 16 hands.
You got it, yeah, exactly.
Hey, again, in our defense, it was the 70s, you know, but anyhow, yeah. But you know, with getting back to it with what we've been doing here, and I look forward to doing this, you know, if and when we get together with the electric guys again too, because there's just different ways to look at it, you know. So I remember, you know, trying to, you and I trying to craft some sort of a band where we could get another guitar player to play my parts, and I'd be able to just be a lead guitar player. But it don't work like that because.
Doesn't have the feeling.
Yeah, because I play the way I play, and that's just how it is, you know. It's like, and a classic example is the song that we did on Steady As She Goes, with the Larry Campbell song. What was that?
Right, Angel.
Huh?
Angel.
Yeah, well, Angel of Darkness, yeah. So Larry had this really cool drop D guitar part, you know, and I sang the song and I played some lead stuff, and Larry played the basic track, and it was like, oh, it's easy, you can learn it. No, it's not like that. It may not be easy, but, you know, if you're not Larry, it don't sound like Larry, so.
That's always how we've been approached songs, is through actually the way we play, and that evolves into the song and how you craft your parts
Right.
out and all of that. So here's one of those ones. So
Indeed.
I'll start this thing off here.
Yeah, kick it off. Yeah, do that again, I like that. Time goes by my window like shadows on the sun. It often seemed to me that life's like living on the run. This time round I'm waiting to catch time at its crest. Orion's flow tomorrow, waiting for the rest. Those mountains I crossed on, waiting on the door, singing longer, never stay. There's a mystery that I cannot replay. Gone away is time's untimely rain. Thunder on the mountain shouts the falling rain. Melting snow of winter as it joins the earth again. is time's untimely rain. Time goes by my window like shadows on the sun. It often seemed to me that life's like living on the run. This time round I'm waiting, catch time at its crest. Lines they flow tomorrow, waiting for the rest. All those mountains I have lost are waiting at the door, singing chorus songs I never say. Being is a mystery not easy to replay. Gone away is time's untimely rain. Cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, thanks, folks. We can hardly wait to.
Yeah, we can get up and running with these.
Right.
But I'm sure that's the first time we've ever played this acoustic. Except
Oh,
when we-
absolutely, yeah. I did it, yeah, after that, no question about it.
Yeah.
No question about it. Cool,
And I
man.
think we'll add that to our acoustic set
I think
now.
that's a fine idea. I think that's a very fine idea. I really do. I think it's a fine idea. Okay, guitar change. Oh, so many guitars. So little time.
Yeah, we do have a nice little selection back behind.
We
us.
do. You should, well, I'm sure you saw it out in LA. At one point, we had all the Gibson-esque guitars, including the Southern, the Advanced Jumbo, and all the Martin guitars on stage. And the auto harp, which I didn't play. It still can happen. I haven't thrown it out.
Well,
We'll see.
I have Tom Rebecca working on the broken neck of my 88-pound banjo, bass banjo. And that was the Dante Profumo acquired instrument as well.
Was that the one that you played at, what was the, Tiburon? The guitar store in Tiburon?
Oh, did you bring the band? Oh,
Oh, right.
You
that's right.
did,
Yeah,
because
I
he
know all
gave
of
you
In fact-
he gave you a rolly office
Well,
chair.
it was mounted on, it had a U-shaped bracket bolted onto an office chair with rollers. And you put it in that, and you could just kind of swing it
Eric
around.
Schoenberg's.
That's
Yes,
right.
you had, yes, and he
Tiburon.
put it on
and
the chair.
I think you had a light bulb inside it to
It
keep
does,
the
no,
head.
it's got many light bulbs in it. It has many 7
And
watt.
that's not just like a disco
yeah,
ball either.
7 watt, a ring of 7 watt round bulbs in it. You know. Yeah, no, it's huge. I mean, it's
It
massive.
was a friggin' banjo, for God's sakes.
And of course, when you talk about tone and banjo at the same time, it's a risky subject.
So here's one for you, Jack, remembering back. In fact, I remember you and I, we saw the the Stoneman family at one of these crab shack places that we grew up around.
Oh,
and-
yeah, in Virginia, down,
And with the fiddle player, hey, mine was it Scotty Stoneman or Vance? I can't remember. Scotty, yeah, brilliant. Died drinking Sterno or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So of course, Donna Stoneman. Everybody was in love with Donna because she was gorgeous. And Pop Stoneman at that gig was playing a bass banjo. I remember that.
that's right,
Yeah,
that's right.
crab.
Hey, Spade, that
Stripped
reminds
to the
me,
waist, eating crab.
we used to run down on, I think on your Lambretta to the Luray, Virginia. And I remember we saw the Carter family down there with Johnny Cash and Mother Maybelle Carter and a whole
Right.
bunch down there, and Grandpa Jones. And of course, here's the comic with the hat with the tag hanging.
Oh, Minnie Pearl.
Yeah, Minnie Pearl.
Minnie Pearl, yeah. I love Minnie Pearl.
And you go off in the country, Vanessa, was just like here. You just go, down the road and into Virginia and these.
I remember the
concerts,
time that you and me got on that 650 Triumph I had and went down to Bill Hale's place.
That's right, Tappahannock.
Down Tappahannock, yeah. May he rest in peace.
So what have
You know, I was
got
just
there?
emailing Bill's daughter, and because I was trying to, I was emailing his older sister, but when at my age, when you email somebody you haven't talked to for a while, you don't get a message back. That's not really good news.
Yeah.
And she's frail. That's what her granddaughter said. But I mean, her niece said. But in any case, so I'm talking, and she's telling me about growing up and going down to the cabin and sleeping in the old house on Northampton Street with the attic fans. I told her, you're a generation ahead of me, but nothing has changed since I was down
Yeah.
to the Tidewaters and stuff
Well, I'm
like
about
that.
to find some of that out. I'm gonna visit my cousin in St. Leonard, Maryland, but also some of Deborah's relatives down on that eastern shore
Right.
of the Chesapeake. This are all still pretty remote stuff,
Yeah, they got the big long bridge down there now, but yeah. All right, enough said.
No.
Oh yeah, I know we are, okay. Memories, Jack, memories. Well, we got to talk about them now before we forget them.
Yeah, at least they're on record now.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Song, right?
All right.
Okay. Shoreline smaller every day, wondering why we feel this way. You don't know, I got nothing left to say, 'cause we've been blown across the water, shipping on no sail, that ain't no way to be. Feel that longing, loud and clear, dead end streets and an alley here. When you're flying, you got nothing left to fear, unless you're blown across the water like a ship ain't got no sail. That ain't no way to be. Winter wind keeps blowing through the trees, but life keeps smiling gaily as you please. Silver birches lined by the road, branches lined against the falling snow. left the shelter yesterday. Had to reach a place somewhere. You can't find it, I got nothing left to say. Blown across the water like a ship ain't got no sail. That ain't nowhere to be. I've been blown across the water like a ship ain't got no sail. That ain't nowhere to be. Thank you. Let's see. Quick retuning here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, by golly, Jack, it sure is nice to have you guys here.
Sure is nice to be out playing with you. And of course, it's nice to be playing exactly at the same time as you, more or less. You know, I had somebody, you know, Facebook and all the comments that people make, so I had somebody go, gee, it's kind of shocking. Jack looks so old, I can't believe it. And you know, I looked at what I look like, and I've got the screen up behind me. The speakers are up here. I'm listening to you while I'm playing. I'm trying to play in sync, but not look and cheat, you know, and it's real time, you know. And I've got this look on my face, you know. I tell people, you know, when you're old and you're concentrating on something, your face just falls and hangs there, and that's the way it is. Until somebody talks to you, and then you're animated and everything's fine, you know. So.
I sort of got that because I did a real nice job with it. I've been checking. I don't do Facebook, but Vanessa shows me that stuff. A couple of those things I thought it looked like you're posing for an album cover, sort of like, you know.
Well, I'm trying to hear where you're going next, you know. I said, please let me get the beat right. You know.
Yikes.
And by the way, I played those live. I never went back over them or anything like that. As they came out, I played them. I didn't cheat.
The way it was meant to be. Okay.
I figured if you were gonna get put on a spot, I would too.
Well, up in the morning, watch the north wind rise, bringing fire down from the sky. Hey, we got a long way to go. Keep on loving, baby, make it slow. We're going home. Won't be long in my song. Loving you ain't never done no wrong. Well, nighttime fall like a crack of doom. Fill the sky with a shining moon. Silver sourness got to plead. Feeling your love, baby, in my need. Going home. Won't be long in my song. Loving you ain't never done no wrong. bringing fire down from the sky. Hey, we got a long way to go. On love, baby, make it slow. We're going home. Won't be long. In my song, loving you ain't never done no. Well, baby mine, one more time, run your hands down my spine. Put 'em on my lawn if you say time to go. Take some time, just one night, baby mine. One more time, run your hands down my spine. Put 'em on my lawn if you say time to go. Take some time for just one. Cool, thank you. Well, Jack, I think we got time for a couple more. What do you think? What do you think? You know, time to get this old girl back in action again.
This one, Jack is playing G sharp.
Yes, he does. So a long, long time ago, in a land far away, you once produced a record for me.
And it was quite a good record, I thought.
Not a bad one. And this song was on that record.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of times we might have played this a little bit here or there. I seem to
Well, we've
remember
played it. We've played
in
it from time to time.
'85 or something when I was playing that Guild B30, we do
The old B30. How is that B30?
It's fine. It's really beautiful. It's really quite nice.
Cool. I thought you had two of them for some reason or other.
No, I had one, and it got stolen in my New York apartment.
Ah, yes,
I
the
got
stolen
two.
in New York years. We gotta keep on moving now. Though we're in one place, gotta make time start slipping on at a faster pace. World keeps spinning on, I can't wait. Find an entrance to that doorway, miss it if you hesitate. Well, we got wings of steel to fly back home in the shadow of the mountain to the pool in the fire's eye. We're gonna keep on pushing now till we can't push no more. Down the alley of today and tomorrow's door. We'll keep spinning, I can't wait. Found an entrance to that doorway. Mississippi hesitated. Hey, hey. Got ready to prove a fly. Home in the Shadow Mountain to the fire guy.
That old boy.
Cool. Much coolness. Well, Jack,
Yeah,
it's been swell.
yeah. It's been too short. We'll have to do more of
Indeed.
this. And I'm gonna probably be putting a lot more miles on my vehicles.
I hear you, my brother. And probably me too at some point.
Unless any of your hot tuna fans work for NetJets and they want to give us a
Yeah,
complimentary
That's
yeah,
right.
come on, you
jet
NetJet.
ride, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Just saying.
That's right.
I know what you're saying.
You give us a free
Well-
ride and we'll play in, you guys
And
will
we'll sing
play-
all the way to wherever you're going.
And you know that service is available in my local Burbank airport.
Yes, it's available out of Columbus too. I have a friend that works for them. But as you know, it's a wee rich for my blood.
Yeah, think.
All righty, well, cool,
Listen, you
Jack.
guys are thinking of new ways to do shows. You know, we've talked about the drive-in and, you know, social distancing, house parties, just putting that out there. We've actually got a couple of offers and there are ways to do this, so you're safe and we're safe. But I like the idea of one in a jet.
Well, we'll do some private parties
We've been known to do private parties.
Yeah.
Well, all righty.
until we get everybody up running again, you know?
Well, I was thinking of doing one song, but let's do two.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Hey, we're here.
The time has come for us to pause and think of living as it was. Into the future we must cross, and I'd like to go with you. Well, I'd like to go with you. You say I'm harder than a wall, a marble shaft about to fall. Well, I love you dearer than them all, and like to be with you, and like to be with you. Well, as we walked into the day, skies of blue had turned to gray. I might have not been clear to say, I never looked away. Well, I never looked away. I said, life is rolling with the tide. I'd like to see it be an open ride, going along with you. Going along with you. The time we borrowed from ourselves can't stay within a vault to dwell. When living turns into a lender's well, I'd like to be with you. I'd like to be with you. And when we came out into view, and there I found myself with you. When breathing felt like something new, then new, going along with you. And I'm going along with you. All righty.
Well,
Well, Jack, I don't know what to tell you, bud.
Well,
so, like last week,
Yes?
I want to thank everyone
Of course.
for your support for these quarantine shows. Jack, we cannot thank you enough. This time has flown by.
yeah, my pleasure.
Indeed
You know,
it is.
I mean, thank God for the technology right now.
Right.
You know, I mean, really, for this to happen, this kind of pandemic, and to still have the connectability and outlets
Sure.
for all the music and information and people discussing the social situations going on in the world. It is truly a reset, I think, for people to
Yeah.
sit back and consider all that's around them and where they're headed. I hope it leads somewhere, for all
It's
this.
been
I
an
know it has for me
incredibly
personally,
creative time. So we've seen a lot of people get resourceful. And like I said earlier, the time that we've been able to spend with our family and really just slow down a little bit.
True.
We here at the Fur Peace Ranch have been working harder than we ever have, I will say that.
Yeah, slowing down is a relative concept for us.
Yes, but we're all together.
We are.
So that's great.
That's true.
Again, thank you to Myron and Andy and John and Izzy and everyone that's helped to put this on. I want to thank you so much for bringing Deborah. This is her first outing, so thanks for coming, Deborah. But we really want to say thanks for bringing Chester.
And Chester, of course.
Yeah, but you brought the dog.
That's
As
right.
always, the dog is center stage.
We are animal lovers, as
We
you
are.
know, and
Chester likes me home all the time.
yeah, we have great dogs, but I have to say Chester is so well behaved. Maverick, our boxer doodle, we refer to as the Beast, and our Chihuahua is like a mini.
He's
pit.
a free spirit.
He is. He's kind of like a mini pit bull.
Well, Maverick is legend out on the West Coast for eating a whole pizza minus 2 slices. And so he's raised the bar out there for the dog.
He's
line.
also eating a box of chocolate croissants too.
Yeah. Wow.
croissants. What did he steal? Oh, I found one of my masks in his chair. So he gets up on the counter. Oh, you see the glasses, Jack? These are the glasses. So
He ate them?
This is the second pair of glasses. I just got them back. We all know we have bifocals. These are trifocals.
You need those twister glasses.
Yeah, I
like
know.
on
Well,
TV,
he
you
got
know?
a hold of my glasses for a second
Oh, no,
time,
he crushed the lenses.
and he just chomped them.
That
So,
dog.
yeah.
Love
So-
that dog.
Well,
Thanks
On
for
that
thanks for coming. Thank you everyone for your support.
Indeed.
I think that probably Yorma, the following, so next Saturday we'll have a piece of artwork and
Yeah, we'll have something.
so if you're game for next week, Yorma, to do
I'm game. Count
do
me
another
in.
stream. And keep in touch with us through the Facebook page, Furpees Ranch Facebook page. We'll be doing more panini lunches, and yeah, and that's
Indeed.
it. Thank you, everyone.
You ready there, big dog?
I am.
So are you perfectly in tune? Of course you are.
Enough for this one.
What's not to like? Well, I met a gal in a cabaret. Pretty papa going my way, man. Know what it's all about. Well, bring me home, just throw me out. Broke my nose, split my head, don't let me. They got you here again. Whip through the kitchen, out through the door, hit me with a chair. Head got so well, never happened, no. You know I live in Chicago, winter and fall. Caused me to wear my overalls. I got broke, it was my fault. Said eating pork chops and leaving the salt. Met a gal, a big mink coat, fancy car, a 40-foot boat. She pulled a gun and she took my dough. Didn't get mad, didn't get so well. Never happened no more. That'll never happen no more. Mad to know what it's all about now. Bring me home, just throw me out. Broke my nose, break my head on it. To catch you here again. Whip through the kitchen, out to the door, hit me with it. Head got so well, never happened no more. Now that'll never happen no more. Well, never happen no more. I said, never happen no more. Hey, thanks a lot, folks.
All right, thank you.
And thanks to Jack for coming, and I will see you guys next week.
All right, thanks, everyone. Be safe.